You are now tuned into Box Speech.
Let's get into it.
And he's up against Paul Hanlon from Birmingham tonight. Let's join Ian. So away we go here. Joe Calzaghe, top-class amateur, three-time ABA champion in the plain black shorts, and Paul Hanlon with the stripe down his shorts. Calzaghe, big things expected of him. He's a Mickey Duff fighter. How good is he going to be in the pro ranks here in the super middleweight division? Hanlon, who's managed by famous fight character Norman Nobbs. He's been a pro since 1986, but he's been a bit of a win some, lose some kind of fighter, and he's lost more than he's won. Calzaghe, you'll notice, leading with the right. He's a southpaw. And success there for Hanlon with the right hand.
Break. Step back.
Always a big moment, Glenn McCrory, for a fighter making his professional debut.
He looks quite good. He's got a nice style, nice and tall and rangy. He looks very good. It's the right sort of fight that he needs. I'd like to see him use his jab a little bit more. But obviously he wants to get this sort of opponent out of the way as quick as he can.
Break. Step back.
Not a bad right uppercut there from Hanlon as they worked inside. Hanlon, who's from Birmingham. He's been improving gradually. He's won 4 out of 7 in the last year, Hanlon, so he's going the right way generally, but he didn't really ought to be beating somebody like Calzaghe, though he might give him quite a tough test on his debut.
Well, he could, because obviously he's had a lot of fights, so he's got a lot more experience. This guy's having his very first fight, so it's still a tough test.
Well, Ivor Bassett there, the referee, jumped in, and I thought he was going to administer some kind of count for a moment there as they both landed, and I think really Hanlon came off the worst in the exchange, and now the southpaw Calzaghe is moving into top gear. And down he goes. He needs to take a shot to Hanlon. Count goes on. He's waiting to clear his head. That's good experience, but he's in trouble, Glenn.
He's in desperate trouble. I noticed at the end of that exchange there, he had his head, he was looking at the canvas. You've got no chance of getting out of the way of the shots if you're not going to see them. So Calzaghe letting all the shots go. Good punch there.
He's growing in confidence, starting to wind up his shots. And you get the feeling this might only be a matter of time.
Well, Calzaghe knows he can hurt him, so now he's thrown everything.
Oh, he's got him again with the right hand. It's the second count of the round. He's being told to get to a neutral corner, and how much more of this will Hanlon be able to take? He's up at 8, he's brave, and the referee's taking a look at him and saying no more. It's a first-round win on his debut for Joe Calzaghe from Newbridge in Gwent. The Welsh fans like this. They like the look of this 21-year-old who was an ABA champion at welterweight, light middleweight, and middleweight, and well, he did nothing wrong there, Glenn.
He did everything right. Very, very fast. He knew when he got his man going, he threw everything. And that was very good. I think the referee made the right decision to call it up when it was, because there was no way Hanlon was going to do anything. He'd been hurt, and the referee did the right thing.
Terry Lawless is very happy with him. And Joe Calzaghe is off the mark from the Duff Lawless camp, and they might have a bit of a star in the making there in Joe Calzaghe, though of course there'll be bigger tests lying ahead. First round win for him here over Paul Hanlon of Birmingham, whose record drops to 7 wins and now 17 defeats. Thanks to Ian and Glenn McCrory, and of course Ian and Glenn will keep their eye on the best of the ringside action. But let's go back inside the dressing room area, shall we? Because this is the man that he's only had 1 defeat is involved in the main event. Lennox Lewis, the world heavyweight champion, believed to be picking up a £3.5 million paycheck for this one. But believe me, if Lennox Lewis does win this one tonight, that is only the start of the really big earnings for the man who is the WBC world heavyweight champion. He hasn't lost yet. And who's in the future? Maybe among the men in the immediate future would be Tommy Morrison if Lewis is successful tonight.